Let's get educated. That's why we're here, to bring you the stories impacting K-12 classrooms and college campuses. It's time for a little education.
Hello, everyone. I am Katie Petrick, joined by David Fiorazo over there on his social
Facebook
media.
Live. Hi, I'm watching you and you're watching me.
It's not creepy at all. That's not creepy at all.
Creepy.
All right. It is Monday, as you indicated, and it does mean that we are live on Educated. So if you're out there watching us right now, post your questions, your comments, your hopes, your dreams, your thoughts, everything else on the Facebook, on the Rumble. We will attempt to look at all those comments and share them throughout the show. Now, quick, everyone, type in the chat what fundraisers that you remember doing to raise money back in your good old school days.
Wow, I can't even.
Quick, do that. Okay. I will give you I remember lollipops. I remember the carnation sales. Back in high school, we did carnation sales. For band, we sold Kringles. We sold magazines.
I don't remember doing any.
Well, then you weren't supporting your school, David.
I'm sure they did.
I did a lot of fundraising. A lot. But we will come back to your answers in Ein Momente because
yes,
it's relevant to what we're talking about. But first, what are we talking about this morning on Worldview
First,
Matters?
there are matters of the world to discuss. If you have questions about anything in life, or the origin of man, the meaning of life, morality on this earth, and destiny, what happens after we die, or any other question like that, gotquestions.org is the place to go. I interviewed the president and CEO, Shane Hoodman, today on worldviewmatters.tv. You can subscribe, get the email every Friday, but you can check out any past podcasts with outstanding guests that you may have missed at worldviewmatters.tv.
Excellent. All right. We already have a couple people rolling in with their bake
fundraising.
sales.
I think it was just
popcorn,
selling
candy
chocolate
sales,
door to
all
door.
of it. Door to door.
Chocolate or popcorn. Yeah. I mean
Girl Scout cookies for Girl Scouts, but that wasn't for school.
I don't even.
That was way back when.
Yeah,
David.
I know.
I'm talking
Before
back
they
when.
got affiliated with Planned Parenthood and the. Anyway.
Which is gross. And that is also what this first story is.
Yes, it is.
Gross. Oh, okay. First off, if you're eating lunch, I'm warning you now. Stop eating lunch.
Yeah. Gross alert.
Gross alert. I warned you.
Hurl
Here we go.
alert. Hurl alert.
Oklahoma schools are back in the news for, of course, all the wrong reasons. And it's because they had a series of videos that were leaked showing students licking peanut butter off of toes. Mm-hmm. David, go.
You know, when I saw this story, there have been things like this in the news in past years. When I saw this recently, I was hoping we wouldn't be talking about this on Educated. But since this is a public school and it is Oklahoma, it may surprise you that they are doing things like this. You may think we're exaggerating if you haven't seen the story, if you're going, come on, it can't be that bad, or are they really doing that? We're going to play the video to prove it, and we'll come back and we'll talk about it.
This video shows Deer Creek High School students licking toes at a fundraising event Thursday. We have blurred their faces to hide their identity. The Deer Creek School District confirmed the video with Fox 25, saying the students volunteered in challenges to help raise money during their philanthropy week. Oh my! Deer Creek Schools says every student who participated signed up for the games they played ahead of time, and that no faculty or staff were involved during the assembly. They note that the fundraising week helped raise more than $152,000.
Okay. We gave you a hurl alert, and now we blurred out the kids and, things like that. But I don't care. I mean, I heard, maybe this school or another school had peanut butter on their toes. I don't care what. I don't care how clean your feet are. I don't care how many times you bathed them, washed them, got a pedicure. I don't care what you've got on your feet. This is one, and there have been a lot of disgusting stories. One of the grossest and disgusting things that is happening in schools. Yeah, but we raised money for a good cause. Well, so in 2020, Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation thought they were marching and protesting and vandalizing and blowing up, cities for a good cause. Anyway, I digress.
I digress.
So students, so we're talking about between 9th and 12th grade here at this particular school. And it did happen at other schools, different things for fundraising events. But this was a stunt. And the video was obtained by, I guess, the local TV station. And that's why we are finding out about it, but otherwise...
and by Ms. Rachek, who's the creator of Libs of TikTok. And once Libs of TikTok gets a hold of things, and the whole nation can find out about it.
So again, disgusting, gross. Should this be happening in schools? I mean, I think you guys can voice your opinions on that. By the way, go over to our Facebook Live and just share your thoughts and let us know what you think. I think I have an idea. I see a lot of vomit emojis, vomiting emojis,
sick emojis.
I don't see a lot of those, but in this story I am. So the school released a statement.
Oh, they did not.
Yes. Yeah, they did raise $152,000. So what? But
could have raised money doing other things.
The money was for, now, again, it could be for a good cause. The cause is not your average Joe Coffee. It's a restaurant chain that works with students and adults with intellectual, developmental, and physical disabilities. Now, yes, you would want to support that. But is there any other way you can use your creative craniums and raise money, use the imagination in your melon and raise money other than these disgusting gimmicks? Now, Katie, there's a response from a teacher, from the school district, a spokesperson. And you're so good at reading these in your authoritative, justifying tone. I would love for you to read the response, please.
Excellent.
Yep.
Yes, a spokesperson for the district says, we are proud of our students for their tireless work and immense effort they put into each of our philanthropy weeks. Already this school year, our North and Santa Fe students have raised more than $416,000 for local nonprofits, with Swine Week and Memorial still to come. EPS school administrators, just like our surrounding districts, work with student council sponsors to make these weeks as impactful as possible. Through their efforts over many months, metro area high school students learn countless life lessons on how to make a positive difference in their community. You could have done a lot of foot puns in there. Yeah.
Yes. Now,
they missed an
we
opportunity
mentioned
on that.
things like this happen in other schools in different states. And there's a story here in Edmond, Oklahoma, and I was there, so that's why this is fascinating to me. I went there for a Liberty Pastors conference a couple years ago, and there's some very good pastors, Fairview Baptist Church, good churches there in Edmond. I'm sure they didn't approve of this, but anyway, so this was all uncovered in the past from Edmond Public Schools, and we have a video to show on this.
This video was taken from the YouTube channels of Edmond North and Memorial, publicly posted footage of their students licking chocolate, peanut butter, and other condiments off feet and armpits, all during their week-long philanthropy events, known as Balto Week for Edmond North and Swine Week for Edmond Memorial. The most recent video is from 2020, but we found videos going back to 2015. We sent the video you just watched to Edmond Public Schools asking for their response. They noted the feet-licking, quote, didn't happen this year, and the district spokesperson didn't respond directly to the videos we sent them. Instead, this is their full statement. Quote, we are proud of our students for the tireless work and immense effort they put into each of our philanthropy weeks. Already this school year, our North and Santa Fe students have raised more than $416,000 for local nonprofits, with Swine Week at Memorial still to come. EPS school administrators, just like our surrounding districts, work with student council sponsors to make these weeks as impactful as possible. Through their efforts over many months, metro area high school students learn countless life lessons on how to make a positive difference in their community.
Okay, I think I read it better. I'm just saying.
So again,
I think I was more impassioned in my delivery of it.
This is in public school, and what are they teaching kids? Why do you have to do something so radical, so disgusting? But it's all about entertainment, right? It's always about getting the kids grossed out and engaged in the fun. But
here's my thing.
Yeah.
It was peanut butter. That's an allergen. I can't believe they allow that in the school.
But you're also talking about armpits. You're talking about
too.
licking off the toes and armpits.
You can raise plenty of money if you want to do something that is kind of silly like that. What happened to pie in the face? How many pies can you throw in a teacher's face or the principal's face? That can raise money too. The actual physical licking of someone else's on other body parts is disgusting.
I don't care if it's a person's elbow. I don't care.
You can just throw a pie in their face. That's fine.
Katie,
that's fine.
what would our great-grandparents think? What would our great-grandparents think about such antics in the government-run school system, education in air quotes? Let's go to some of the comments on Facebook Live. Ridiculous. But they raise so much money. Nasty,
you can do it. Yeah, you can
disgusting
do it
horror, vomit emojis. This world has become a satanic playpen.
Accurate, you're not wrong there.
Yeah, I vomited. Absolutely ridiculous, disgusting.
You did, Doris. You vomited.
What is Swine Week? And Luz says, good point, Katie.
Why, thank you. I don't know what point it was, but I'll take it.
You made a lot of good points
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Here's something to note. That same district, Deer Creek, has issues in other things. It's not just, hey, let's lick people's feet and raise money. I have 3 instances, all within the past, over a year, a little over a year's time. December of 2022, a female teacher was reassigned over sexual communication with a 15-year-old that had been going on for 2 months. Great happenings there. But hey, licking feet's okay. In September of 2023, an elementary special education teacher had to resign after giving some sort, they don't know, of special medication in gummy form to her kiddos. And then, interestingly enough, right after that, the kids would all take naps. Yep.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing at this. It is just so ridiculous. It is.
Okay, and then in December of 2023, just a couple months ago, the high school baseball coach, also teacher, resigned over making players drag their knuckles on hot turf, because it's Oklahoma, training on hot turf, and students would get burns from it. So the choices of the students doing the peanut butter licking and the choices of the adults in that district, I also question. So when they're talking about, they raised all this money.
Well, also, one of their
Do you have morals? Does that mean nothing?
One of the justifications was, the students volunteered.
Of course the students are going to volunteer.
They weren't forced to lick peanut butter off of feet or armpits. They volunteered.
They probably saw it on TikTok.
That's not the point. Anyway, we've got to move on before and on to the next story, still to come. With a new federal mandate requiring all school buses must be electric, many say not only will this crush America's electrical grid, but that cold climates will impact whether buses even start. We're going to talk about that in 30 seconds.
Today's show is sponsored by our friends at MyPillow. Save up to 66% on pristine quality bedding, towels, slippers, signature pillows, and much more when you use the code EDUCATED. That's EDUCATED. Educated. Support this show and a great American company.
The wheels on the bus may not go round and round because the federal government is deciding, as they always do, to put in some new regulations and mandates. And this mandates that they are putting forth require new school buses purchased to be zero emission by 2027.
How does that work?
Yeah, exactly. And that all school buses that are in operation to be electric by 2035.
Okay.
Of course. So one electric school bus, just so you know, how much?
One bus.
It's only more than $400,000. So that last story, maybe the licking of the toes is necessary just to get
one school bus. $400,000. We're talking about the electric buses, right?
Yep. And up to $30,000 more per bus for the needed infrastructure of it. And that doesn't even talk about the electric grid or anything else that's necessary to be in full implementation for it to work. But hey, Take a look.
There's a pushback against the electric bus mandate. The federal government has mandated that electric buses, both for public transportation and school buses, be purchased with zero emissions by 2027, and school buses in operation to be electric by 2035. Now, one electric school bus costs upward of $400,000 and up to $30,000 more per bus for the needed infrastructure to charge it. What's also not being considered is the electric grid can't handle this load. It cannot handle the capacity of all buses going electric. And this mandate is a steep climb, and it's going to push our school districts and our towns and property taxpayers right off the cliff because we're going to be paying for this.
Well. So this
Wow.
is delightful. Does everyone want to ride on? Not the magic school bus.
Yeah.
The electric school
Yeah.
bus.
What do you think the driving force behind this is,
You're
Katie?
so punny.
What do you think this is? The driving force.
Politics, of course.
You mean
A horse
you
is a
mean
horse, of course.
Global warming. I mean climate change. I mean
Wait, what is it now? Wait, are
caring
we
for
getting
the
warmer
environment,
or colder? I don't know anymore.
reducing
I'm
carbon
confused.
credits.
Now, according to a survey that was published by Consumer Reports in late 2023, so a hot second ago, electric vehicles are nearly 80% less reliable than conventional vehicles. I don't understand why. How is that possible?
Interesting.
California, of course, is pushing schools to get rid of their diesel buses and swap them for the battery-powered ones. And in the northern rural school districts, you know, where there's mountains and such, snowy winters, these electric buses,
Yeah, I don't think they'll fare so well.
it's not going to do so hot.
Yeah.
It'll be cold, in fact. And if any of you out there live in northern climates like we do here in the great state of Wisconsin, it's not going to be good. It's not going to work. But hey, it's all in the name of global warming, climate change. What's the other terminology we're supposed to be using?
Oh.
Just save the world
Yeah.
somehow. You want to know of an example where it didn't work?
Up north.
Up north in Canada, in the city of Edmonton, they purchased 60 battery-powered buses from California. The manufacturer, they're called Proterra. And after encountering mechanical errors,
Of course,
and shorter than promised operating ranges, the city sued Proterra for $82 million in damages. The Canadians, maybe they knew something was up when they took a look at what Philadelphia's experience was like. 'Cause
what happened
over
there?
there in the city of brotherly love, not busserly love or anything, they had purchased a fleet from, again, California-based Proterra back in 2019. Had to be taken out of service in February of that following year. So a hot second they were out there because there were defects and it just didn't work.
Apparently,
I don't understand.
There's an issue with these electric buses, just trying to get them going and actually working properly. If that's a pretty quick turnaround to say, okay, we need our money back. We're gonna sue.
Yeah, but I love what Richard says. Hey, look on the bright side. Those kids won't make it to the government indoctrination systems. They'll be sitting on the side of the road. That's a win.
Yes.
You know what? I like that you're looking on the bright side of things.
I like
Thank
that,
you.
although it is a safety issue.
Yes.
If they're going to be stranded somewhere. But I like it that they're not making it to school knowing the ideologies of the schools these days and what they are, quote, teaching. Programming.
Yeah. But what's interesting, of course, then that Proterra, you've had some issues. They actually had to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, which, I mean, the businesses continue operating while they're working with the creditors. So good. But this is that same bus company that the president of the United States did a whole virtual tour of and was promoting and
promoted
saying
that.
Such great things.
Say that again. Oh, let me say it. The president of the United States, the Democrat Party and the Democrats and the leftists and the Marxists who are driving Joe Biden, really, they're the ones that are promoting this. And that company now is in a lot of trouble. So that worked back in the Obama-Biden administration with Solyndra. Remember that? Solyndra was a company that made, what do you call them? Oh, my goodness. Solyndra. Anyway, they went bankrupt and they didn't work. It was solar power, solar energy. And now,
yes.
their ideas, great ideas, but they're not practical and they don't work. And when they don't work, who pays for all that? The taxpayers.
No, No, that's not how it works, David.
Yes,
Wait.
it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now, back in 2021, Joe Biden did pledge more than $10 billion as a part of his $1.9 trillion bipartisan infrastructure plan toward that zero-emission transit and school bus programs. Remember when Kamala Ding Dong was busy just talking about riding the bus, and Joe Biden talked about riding the bus? They all talked about wheels on the bus, and all the wheels are falling off that bus.
Apparently.
Whichever bus they're on, those wheels have long since popped. All right, well, I've had enough of this. The
Yes,
wheels are
no surprise.
no longer riding. We've come to a stop, except for we've got the Babylon Bee headlines. So still stay tuned because we need to pick a winner. Stick with us.
If you have a smartphone, tablet, Roku, or Apple TV, consider downloading the Freedom Project Media app. It's 100% free and includes all of our weekly shows, plus lecture series, archive programs, and award-winning animated videos for families like the Presidential Minute, Battles of America, and Heroes of the West. Don't rely on the social media giants to keep you informed. Simply download the Freedom Project Media app from your app store and allow notifications. And we'll let you know when a new video is ready.
All right, before we wrap up the show for the day, you get to vote next. Let's take a look at everyone's favorite satire site, the Babylon Bee.
Here are this week's top 5 Babylon Bee headlines.
Okay, in the Democrat State of the Union, there were a lot of problems, a lot of issues, and a lot of lies. I mean, wrongful statements. But anyway, we've picked our favorite headlines for the week, and you get to decide now and vote which should be number one, numero uno. So let's start with this one. Number 1, AIDS fitting marionette strings to Biden in preparation for State of the Union. Number 2, Biden opens State of the Union by saying hello to Dianne Feinstein. Number 3, D.C. area pharmacies all out of stimulants. Number 4, dementia meds meet their match. And number 5, Biden tells aide he had a strange dream that he was talking and there were people standing and clapping. Interesting, Katie. One was like a cringer there, the Dianne Feinstein one.
Oh, that's very
that was a cringer, but that's probably something that Biden would do. So do you want to share which one was yours, or should we go to... I'll let you guys vote. If you're on Facebook Live or Rumble, go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Again,
here's
go
the
ahead.
deal. Number 2, 3,
There they are on the screen.
2, 3, 4 are all in the same vein because they're ancient and old and deceased and not all with us, like Dianne Feinstein. Actually, it really is not. But the fact that Biden, maybe he sees her, I don't know. And the fact that D.C. area pharmacies are all out of stimulants makes a whole lot of sense too.
So far, we've got unanimous votes for number 3. Number 3.
There was an article I remember coming out, I don't even know how many years ago, but it was kind of like a whistleblower who couldn't fully whistleblow, but it was a pharmacist, doctor or something, who said, if you only knew how much medication is given to members of Congress and how many like stimulants they probably are all on.
Well, I would take that a step further, not to, criticize the Bee at all, because they're amazing. But across the country, people that were watching, I didn't see it, but people that were watching that, you need something to watch to just sit through that. But let's bring up all the 1 through 5 again. Let's see what they are so people can get their votes in. Biden tells aide he had a strange dream that he was talking and there were people standing and clapping. What one do you like, Katie? Come on.
Number 2 it got me.
You got
number 2 with the Dianne Feinstein.
Yeah, that
one.
got an authentic gasp reaction from Katie. Yeah,
he probably did see her. It's possible and probable, based on what stimulant he was on.
Yeah,
or how many of them.
Yeah. Well, I've got to say number 3, and again, it's not just D.C. area pharmacies. I think.
But it's
around
like
the country,
all the members
and you
of
could
Congress,
say,
man.
You could say Democrats, that Democrats are, looking for stimulants across the country because not as many, I think, conservatives, Republicans, independents probably watch the state of the Miss State of the Union, I think. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's those are my thoughts. Luz says 1 and 3, but we got a lot of votes for 3.
Yep. It's good stuff.
Yeah. So Katie,
I think they're all good.
Yeah, they're good.
Except the State of the Union was not good. So
oh my goodness.
At least we had something that was good.
Well, I got the highlights from the commentators, and some of the stuff he said, I still don't believe that he gets away with it.
What?
Well, I do because the media covers. The media covers. Whenever there's a Democrat in the White House, we know what happens.
Man.
The media gives them cover. They will not, confront any lies or any misstatements. Oh, misstatements, right? Anyway, we've got to move on. It's going to wrap up the top headlines for the week. More satire next time.
You're a lying, dog-faced pony soldier. All right. Well, it's time to wrap up Educated for the day. And if you enjoy the content that we have here, if you would please consider subscribing to our audio podcast and weekly media e-blast. It contains all the top stories of the week. All you have to do, go to stayeducated.org. Now for David and myself and a lying dog-faced pony soldier, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and thank you for supporting what we do. Until next time, stay educated.